This is Common Courtesy, a conversation on modern society from an LGBTQ plus perspective. A talk show for working LGBTQ plus individuals and allies who are active in their own communities and who also wish to stay woke about what's happening in today's world. With your host, Sean Nicholas.
I'm still sour for not winning this little acting award in high school. I'm still sour.
Angelique Young.
I can't do the caged bird thing. It's not my thing. I'm literally, my symbol is a freaking half man.
And Ivan Alexander.
Oh, I need to change this. No, you can't change this. Okay? Before Gaga, I was born this way. Okay?
This is Common Courtesy.
That was doomed from the start.
Bulging and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
god.
doomed from the start.
Around Sue's or whatever, and
No, that was me.
but that's our stereo.
So, let's start the conversation.
Hey guys, this is Common Courtesy, a conversation on modern society from an LGBTQ plus perspective. And I'm your host and moderator, Sean Nicholas. And here with me, I have my amazing co-hosts. First up, I have nightclub performer and show director. We have Angelique Young.
Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to another week of Common Courtesy. So glad to be here.
And next up, we have our favorite comedian and radio personality, also known as The Voice. We have Ivan Alexander.
Back at you, babe. I can't do better than Angelique did. It was so professional. I'm just going like, we're good. So we're back.
We're back. And it's lovely to see you guys. Okay, so we got a lot to get to this week because this week we have a double interview episode because as the world recently saw a change in leadership in the British monarchy and the passing down of the royal crown, well, so did we, right here locally. As the nonprofit organization Come Out St. Pete held their third annual Come Out As You Are Royal Court Talent Competition this past weekend. It was so exciting. Yes, I loved it. But this was the Heroes Edition. And the Heroes Edition of this talent competition was held this past Sunday evening downtown St. Pete at Inclusivity, presented by Zoe's. Commemorating the 9/11 attacks with this year's edition, 7 contestants competed for an opportunity to represent Come Out St. Pete and to spread their message as a part of their 2023 Royal Court in our local community. I just wanted to add that, as media sponsor, I was also selected to sit at the judges' table, and a huge part of the competition was the telling of who was the hero of your coming out story. Like a lot of that really affected me in hearing that, and that's how a lot of our contestants got on the royal court. And also another part was the talent portion, baby. The talent portion was everything I needed. I was sitting there dancing. I cried a little bit. There was some emotion. There was some high energy performances. Okay, but this week we get a treat because since we were the media sponsor, we have 2 of the winners from this week's Come Out St. Pete Royal Court Talent Competition backstage, and they are here to talk about their win, their hopes going forward with Come Out St. Pete, and more. We do have our current Miss Come Out St. Pete, Blue. Yes, she's also here. She will be, yes, she will be here in our second half of the show, but coming up first to our panel is another dynamic talent in our community that is a force to be reckoned with. And this is also her first time here on our show. Now, guys, please help me welcome to our panel your new and current St. Pete Royal Ambassador, Ceazia, Giovanni, Kreshe.
Yay!
Welcome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's get to the interview. We're gonna get to know you a little bit. Angelique, you have the first
Yes,
question.
yes, yes. So I have had the pleasure of watching you kind of since you appeared on the scene. I don't know how long you've been here, but I know I remember you coming in and snatching up some talent nights and really making a mark for yourself in the community. So I have had the pleasure of seeing you for a while now, but I don't think anybody else has really gotten the same opportunity I have. So I want to know, how did you get your start in the industry and in the business, really?
Okay, great. Well, that's a good question. I am I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. So I got my start at my alma mater, which is Illinois State University, and they had a student drag show. And so that's how I got my start. And it just went from there, like the bug just it just bit me and I just took off. And with that, it's just been an uphill battle. So, well, not uphill battle, but more triumphs than I'll say triumphs. But I started out doing shows and things of that nature, and then went into pageantry. And I'm an avid pageant girl. So I started about 9 years ago. Actually, it's been about
Oh, I love that.
yeah 9 years ago.
Ivan?
Well, I just want to say yes. As far as pageantry goes, you are flawless. Have you all seen this picture? This girl is fierce. I'm talking fierce. Sorry, I had to do it. Had to do it. But
Baby.
I'm giving props where it's due. Okay, and as
Yeah.
Sean did allude that this was the actual Heroes Edition, and a part of one of the categories was telling who your hero was for your coming out story. So, do you have any personal local heroes?
So I don't. So I've only been in the Tampa Bay area for a little over a year. So I don't know. I don't have any local heroes, but for me, personal heroes is my mother.
Okay.
She was my backbone through everything, thick and thin, right, wrong, and different. Even though she was not a fan of me starting the whole performing journey, she later came around after I told her, "Mom, I make really, really good money."
Mm-hmm.
And with everything, going through college, drag has and still is a survival for me. I look at it as a second job, to make sure that I keep the lights on, keep gas in the car. I can go get something to eat when I want to, and with her, she had to truly understand the meaning of this was something that I truly love to do. And with that, once you realized that, it was just like, okay, well, what are you wearing to the shows, and what are you doing? And oh my God, your makeup is good, like beautiful. Like every promo that I've done for every system that I ran for, I took, I sent her a picture. So my picture was her. My picture was her background on her phone, and she bragged about me to her friends,
Mm-hmm.
and all of those things. Unfortunately, my mom passed away in March,
Oh,
so
sorry to hear that.
it has been it's been a roller coaster. We're
But she's
only,
still protecting you, though. She's still looking out for you, though. Definitely.
but it's not the same. It's not the same.
True. But it's on a
Uh,
different level, though.
yeah, I'm learning that part. I've come to
It
terms
takes
with,
time.
yeah. So, but that's my hero.
All right. Well, you will
I
get through
love
it.
it.
Time takes care of everything, and you will get through it. You've got a great family and support of friends and everybody else. You will come through with flying colors. But yes, that's fabulous. Here's the moms out there everywhere, because you only get one.
Moms.
This is like the perfect setup, quite honestly. But as far as the title goes, now that you're the kind of person who's gonna set the bar, who's gonna really let people know what this ambassadorship could do for people, what do you hope to bring to Come Out St. Pete and the community with this platform now that you have it? What are you hoping to do?
Absolutely. So, I'm already doing the work now. So I am the trans services navigator at Metro Inclusive Health. So what I do every single day, I actually help out everyone who identifies under the trans umbrella with getting hormones, getting them job placements, things of that nature. And what I would do into the community is melding the two together. Come Out St. Pete is all about the community, just as Metro Health is all about the community. It's just as Ceazia, Giovanni, Kreshe is the same. So melding all three of those together and bringing that bridge together so that we can do great things as one will be my platform for the community.
Wow. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I have chills like goosies. Like I'm literally so pumped because I think the passion you have when you speak to that, it really does show. So thank you so much. And I look forward to working with you. I look forward to seeing what you do. And I look forward to your reign this year. I think you're gonna shake up a lot of things and get a lot of people paying attention. So I appreciate you from one Black trans sister to another.
And we have just 2 minutes, and I just left Ivan. I'll ask that question for him. So we have a lot of class questions. It's fun. What is the craziest thing that's happened to you during your career? We got 2 minutes.
So the craziest thing for me, oh my God. Okay, we're gonna need more than 2 minutes for that. I think for me, oh Jesus, getting to a show, like I have ran out of gas on so many occasions, and I'm very so like I can push it until I get there, make the money, go to the gas station. Oh no! On the side of the highway, going to a competition, ran out of gas, and I'm grateful that they held the pageant until I got there. But I ran out of gas, and like I had to like I'm like fully like done up, like makeup is like. And having to like walk with the little gas can to the gas station to put gas in the car to walk back the way. No. Oh yeah, I have some stories.
And you know what? Being from Florida, that has happened to me. I had like a little 4-cylinder Honda, and I've been there running out of gas, but I would not want to be there all did up in them heels, honey. But we ran out of time with this first segment, guys. So I just wanted to leave you guys with more. If you guys want to get more information about Come Out St. Pete, please visit their website at www.comeoutstpete.org. We'll be right back. Follow our podcast page, Comic Kreshe TV, here on Facebook and YouTube for more conversations on love, sex, relationships, and commentary on the latest trending news. And listen to us on multiple podcast platforms via comickersetv.buzzsprout.com. All right, guys, welcome back. We are continuing our interview episode with Come Out St. Pete's Royal Court 2023. And next up is a friend of the show and whom is also a Titanic talent in our community. Please welcome to our panel your new and current Miss Come Out St. Pete, Rockell Blue.
Blue.
Last time you were here, you didn't get to do hot topics with us. Everybody say, "Aw," but you're here again. You are officially a winner, baby. And we want to know, what's the biggest issue you feel is facing the local LGBTQ plus community?
Well, that one is kind of not an easy question, but I definitely know that there are answers. I feel like here in this community, here in the Tampa Bay area, there is so much division with so many groups and people that it's become to a place where everything has to have its own event now. So we can't congregate together anymore. It has to be its own separate event. So we look at the leather nights, we look at the bear nights, we look at the pup nights, we look at the ladies nights, we look at the country western nights, we look at the hip hop nights, there's so many things going on because so many people are so diverse that it's no longer, for me, is that we're not even a community anymore. It's just a group of friends that go out at the same time that like the same things. It's almost kind of like high school, but in the real world, because, oh, you can't sit with us because we like the bears. You can't sit with us because we're the pups. Oh no, you can't even look at us. Y'all femme queens. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we have is because like it's so like night and day. Like the colors on this flag is so there. And I think that's one of the hugest problems that we are facing right now is that we cannot congregate together anywhere. Even at the beach, there's the bear section, there's the otter section, there's the non-binary section. It's a lot. And I think that's something that a lot of people haven't started even talking about because a lot of people aren't noticing it as much as I am, especially since I try to be involved in so many different parts of things. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm seeing. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but I think that's one of the biggest things I'm seeing.
Similar question posed to you. Stop it, Sean. I'm on a roll right now, okay? It might be turkey, but I'm on a roll. This year was about the Heroes Edition. And we know you've been around for a while. I'm not trying to do an ageist thing because I'm older anyway. So everybody has their own hero and their coming out story. But since you've been here for a while, I'm going to stop with that. Do you have any personal local heroes besides us?
Nope.
I love and appreciate Amazon Prime because it has just treated me with so much respect. And and I tell you, it is always on time. That is my local hero. Because when I'm getting ready for a pageant or an event, they show up at my door. Period. but those are facts. Those are facts. Because sometimes I can't get people to go to McDonald's with me because they got things to do. But I will say, one of my local heroes is definitely the very legendary Corey Stevens. Since the day I met her at Georgie's Alibi, I was intimidated by her for the longest time because my partner at the time knew her through the church or whatever, and I was intimidated. She gave me a free drink coupon. I was like, girl, you're gonna have to give me more than one. But but she's been a huge thing that I do. I do know my very first gown came from her. Most of the stuff that I wore in the pageant was made by her, and she's just been like kind of that kick in the butt that I've needed, and I really respect what she does. And the direction that I've been trying to go towards is someone that becomes like her. She's very well known in the community because she is constantly giving back and doing for the community, and that's what I want my legacy to be as well.
Awesome.
Love it.
Cool. All right, I have the next question to push on through. We have 4 minutes. Okay, so with this, what was that moment like winning Miss Come Out St. Pete? Miss Come Out St. Pete for you.
It was actually kind of fun. With all the work that I've done, I've been waiting to compete for this pageant for the system since Ashley won. Due to the work that I actually do, choreographing for other queens and other male entertainers, I just was waiting for the opportunity to compete because I'm usually working or performing for other people, but I felt like this was my year. This was the 3rd pageant that I've done this past month, and all I did was just keep working and taking the notes, even though some of these people should not be behind the judges panel, but just keep taking the notes and going for what I could do, not what they want me to do. And when they called my name, I was like, oh, thank God. I'm just like, it's been a struggle for the past 3 weeks, and it's just like, some people love this, some people love that. So I just took like everything that everyone had been saying and just was like, okay, let's hope this works. So it was a little bit of something from this first pageant, a little bit of something from that last pageant, and then just combined it. And I'm really grateful that it did work because I'm ready to go to work. I think applying for a pageant, especially with this organization, is applying for a job. And I've been applying and applying and applying, and it's really finally felt good to hear my name as in you got the job.
Awesome.
I'm so happy for you. Just to, we have time for one last question, Angelique.
So basically,
We
Like
only have 2 minutes.
you've been here before, and I remember when you spoke about the first pageant you wanted to run for. You told us all the things that you thought made you qualified, and that you thought like you would do because you already do certain things that are the work. So now you are officially a title holder for the Come Out St. Pete organization. What is your plans to bring, not only to the Come Out St. Pete title, but also to the community now that you have the platform?
Well, the organization itself for Come Out St. Pete is trying to celebrate diversity and celebrating people's come out stories. And that is really the main focus that Come Out St. Pete is going to be about, and what we are going to be about this year, especially with the situation that we have where we have me, Mr. Come Out St. Pete, Adam Cole, as well as Ceazia. I mean, we have such a diverse group in itself. So that is going to be a great thing for us to promote to our community, because we have to remember that no matter what we're doing, people are always looking and people are always watching. So my main goal is, I have one of two goals. I want people to understand and see the process of what it takes to get your name legally changed. This is a challenge that I have with our Mr. Adam Cole. By the end of this reign, I want his name to be legally Adam Cole. So I want people to see that process of what it takes, how much money it takes, and to be visible and relevant. He's on board with it, obviously, because it's going to benefit him. But the next step I do is I just want to make sure that Come Out St. Pete is that next level. I want people to be interested in competing because they see what we are going to be able to do this year. I mean, everyone who's been here before, they set the bar, and this year I want to make sure that we raise it even higher up. Setting standards and setting a branding for other reigning courts to be like, let's give back to our community, because every time one of these girls go off to a national pageant, they want to be like, hey, can you get me some money? Can you help me out? But when we ask them for help, that's always the situation. Well, I'm busy working at so-and-so and so-and-so. I can't because I got to...
I just said, I'm sorry, we just ran out of time. We just hit our 10-minute mark. But just to put a wrap on that.
Saying, I just hope that I can bring the community together and start having more involvement with other entertainers. That's the main thing, is we do need our entertainers to get more involved in the community. People give their hard-earned money, so let's give back to them as well.
Absolutely. And Rockell, thank you so much for your time. We ran out of time for more questions. So like I said earlier, for more information on this year's Come Out St. Pete Royal Court and their upcoming events like the first tea dance featuring their new court, like these two ladies here, and happening on October 2nd, downtown St. Pete at the Garage on Central, please visit their website at www.comeoutstpete.org, and we'll be right back. And we are back, folks, with our current title holders of Come Out St. Pete's Royal Court. We have Ambassador Ceazia Kreshe, and also as well we have Miss Come Out St. Pete Rockell Blue.
Woo, woo.
All right, guys, I want to slip into a hot topic really fast. All right, the upcoming Disney live-action film, The Little Mermaid, starring R&B singer and actress Halle Bailey, has received praise since the release of its trailer this weekend, but also it's received a lot of backlash from Facebook groups like Christians Against The Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, and others who, mostly seem angry and saying they wish to boycott Disney's latest remake, namely because of the modernized version of this Danish fairy tale of the title character is portrayed by a Black actress. I just kind of want to go to you guys and ask you guys, how did you react to the trailer and the backlash? Let me go to Angelique first.
I honestly have a great filtering on my phone and on my computer. I haven't seen or read any of the backlash. All I've seen is the videos of little girls finding joy and seeing The Little Mermaid in live action, both white and Black girls and Hispanic girls. I've seen nothing but positive things. The video, I think, has over 10 million views already. So I really am not, just like with any other movie that's released, people are always going to dislike it or whatever. I think this movie is going to be a smash hit. I think it's going to be the next Black Panther. I think it's going to do things for the community. It's going to open a lot of eyes. And my real question, the only thing I want to know is who's going to play Sexy Ursula. That's all I want to know. I just want to know who they're going to make Sexy Ursula, because no one's thought about that. And I know that every other casted person is going to do amazing.
I don't even know how to top Angelique, because all of what she just said, I totally agree with. I coming into my transness, The Little Mermaid was something that I've always dreamed about doing. Never thought it was to be me. I could see myself, and to see her being this goddess with these luscious dreads, it was just like, oh my God, it's happening. So no, I'm totally for that, 150%. But I do want to know who's going to play Ursula, and Ursula has to be over. Okay.
Melissa McCarthy is Ursula. Melissa McCarthy is who it is, but I don't know who's gonna play. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be good. Definitely.
I'm super excited. You know, everyone has hit on the main points, but I'm also going to talk about Hollywood. Broadway has gone to blind casting. We just experienced the very first African American Christine. We look at the movies on Netflix that are coming out. It's blind casting. It's people falling in love with people. And, you know, one of the beautiful things about The Little Mermaid, yes, we can see ourselves. And we're not just stuck in Africa with everything all over, all the Lion King is great. But I'm just saying, we're seeing ourselves as princesses and princes owning things. And, you know, the first Black Disney movie, she worked in a kitchen. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. And I'm here for it. It's the adults that we have to get concerned about.
Okay, and then Ivan, let me hit
Well,
you.
you know me. First and foremost, okay, representation is critical because these kids should be able to look up on the screen. If they're white kids, they see a white mermaid. If they're brown kids, they see a brown mermaid. Not a problem. I have no issue with that. I think it needs to be there. Much like people thought Cleopatra was white for all those years that Liz Taylor played her. You don't live in Egypt that long and stay that late. Not going to happen. Not to mention the fact that the sea is 2/3 of the world's surface. There's a lot of brown fish down there, people, and mermaids too. So for those people who have an issue with a mermaid being brown, y'all better wake the hell up. The chicken of the sea, it ain't white. Sorry. No, nothing personal. It's the other brown meat.
Fucking
It's
dead.
the other brown meat, baby. So get over yourselves. Let the kids be kids. Like I said, little Johnny and Jerome didn't know they were different until a dumbass adult said, you're different. Y'all can't play together. So let the kids be kids and grow up and understand that, yes, there are different people. There are different skin tones. Last time somebody said, oh, I'm white, I said, no, you're really dirty beige. But anyway, I digress. So
I'm dead. I'm going to go ahead.
yes, the representation needs to be there. Let the kids be kids and enjoy the damn movie. Oh, I'm done.
Amen.
I'm just going to jump in
Mic
real
drop.
fast and say, like, I'm just going to jump in real fast. Absolutely, right? I'm going to jump in real fast and just say, like, you know, this kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and Power Rangers came out. Like, I don't care to date myself. I'm Black and it don't crack. So I remember being, like, in preschool when that first came out. And one of my favorite characters was Jason. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be the Red Ranger. And people would tell me, oh, you cannot be the Red Ranger because he's white. And then a few years later, you know, we saw a Black Red Ranger. And I was like, I wish I saw these people on my chest. I want to be like, shut the up. You know, we get into this thing that I'm very excited that this is happening. But it also kind of just really kind of tells us what's really going on in other people's head, because these people live in America too, that she's receiving this backlash from.
Mhm.
It is obviously racist because honestly, the one thing I saw about her was she brought some voice to that. I was
Mhm.
like, this bitch can sing.
Yes.
She's like, she hit that note, wish I can be part of that world. I was like, you better hit that shit. She gave some soul. You know, so different cultures always bring a different, you know, vibe to it. Like I remember in high school, my Asian friend couldn't be in the Civil War, but Allison had the best voice in the goddamn program, hands down, and everybody knew it. So this opportunity for her hopefully opens doors for everybody else, because myself, I don't like the fact that some people like to say, oh, I'm not Black, I can't feel that person's pain. I'm not Jewish. Listen, if you're a minority, if you're on Earth, you're a human being, everybody's problem is your fucking problem. That's the only reason why we're not really, in my opinion, really succeeding the way we want to, because we're not really elevating, seeing other people get elevated, celebrating that, and then celebrating others when they get elevated as well. But that's all I got to say. Anybody else before we close out for this episode?
Yeah, just real quick, minority versus majority. Someone else said they were the majority. Okay, so that doesn't make me the minority. So they can say what they want. Put all the people of color together, and we're the majority. Okay, so boop, drop it. No minority here, baby. Not buying it. I ain't buying what you're selling.
No. So what I was gonna say is, they received when Princess Tiana for Princess and the Frog. If we remember, that movie received so much backlash as well. And look what happened. It won all of these awards. Like, these Caucasian cousins of ours love Tiana, like all of these things. And so I feel as though that this too shall pass. Something so big as this in our culture is coming up and things are getting such a big rave. That's when people of other descents have so many issues with us.
Okay. Everyone's good? All right, guys. I wanted to thank our guests, Come Out St. Pete's Royal Ambassador Ceazia Giovanni, Kreshe, and Miss Come Out St. Pete's Ms. Rockell Blue for being here, and congratulations again to you both. Guys, for more information on Come Out St. Pete, a list of their upcoming events like Halloween on Central, and how you can get involved in the local community by volunteering or donating, visit their website at www.comeoutstpete.org. And like I always like to say, guys, until next time, always try to have a little bit more common courtesy. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Follow our podcast page, Common Courtesy TV, here on Facebook and YouTube for more conversations on love, sex, relationships, and commentary on the latest trending news. And listen to us on multiple podcast platforms via commoncourtesytv.buzzsprout.com.